Hi, and welcome to another episode of SnapCast. As always, a very quick name roll call for us, the speakers. So, my name is Bruce Dimabayao.
And I'm Issa.
Okay, good. So, for this fifth episode of our theory talk, we'll be explaining cultural context theories. There are at least five theories, which are genderless styles, muted group, standpoint, communication, accommodation, and co-cultural theory.
However, we will only discuss three of these theories, which are gender styles, co-cultural theory, and standpoint. So, Bruce, what exactly is gender styles?
Okay, so what is genderless styles? Well, the context of this theory is, this theory is that male-female conversation is considered cross-cultural communication. This theory is suggesting that masculine and feminine styles of discourse are best viewed as two distinct cultural dialects. So, what are the examples?
All right. So, an example that I think a lot of people would relate to would be talking to our parents. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when we talk to our mom, usually about something like a problem that we have, and we want to like just rant about it and let it out, the way that she listens to us gives us this feeling that she's actually trying to listen to what we have to say, and her conversational style is rapport talk, which seeks to establish a connection with others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. but
Unlike
but
when we go to, oh, sorry.
but don't you think it's kind of like it really depends though? You know, it's a really give and take thing. Like,
Yeah, it does depend. But I feel like for majority, that's just how our moms are, because this theory, feminine, masculine style of discourse.
I guess
She's
so.
a female, so like for majority, that's usually how they converse.
I see. I see.
What I'm saying. And unlike usually when we go to our dads about something, instead of completely listening to us, they try to tell us what we should do instead or what we shouldn't do, or try to solve the problem that we have and give us like unsolicited advice when all we wanted to do was let it out and kwento lang. Di ba minsan, I don't know if you experienced this, but I experienced they'll even cut us off in the middle of talking and tell us what to do, or even like minsan sa sermon pa ako on what my problem is. And this is actually a form of report talk, which is a monologic style that seeks to command attention, convey information, and win arguments. And like the theory said, men tend to talk to get things done, and women tend to talk to interact with others. So yeah,
Um. Well, I do have
based on my
one.
experience.
Oh, I see. But actually, I do have one of those moments though. Well, except for the cutting off part. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just that like sure they try to like help you with this situation, but sometimes they just don't understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's and even if you try to tell them, it's so difficult though. Especially like the generation gap. Like
Mm.
they have a different way of dealing it
Agree.
back then instead of today. But I don't know. It's a
True.
really give and take type of thing.
Yeah, it's just really frustrating lang when like all I want to do was kwento something funny and they're like, "Ba't mo ginawa yan? Why didn't you just do this? Like, can you just listen to me, please?"
Like serious agad. So like
Yeah, exactly. That's the
but
problem.
it's fine. I mean, again, hopefully like the situation will get better and stuff, but it is what it is. Can't
It is what it is. It
uh,
is what it is.
all right. Okay, moving on. I will be talking about the next cultural context theory, which is co-cultural theory. So, what is the theory anyway? So, it's co-cultural theory is like a group that has little or no say in shaping society's dominant system. So basically, this group of people is considered a minority, and depending on the group's context,
Mm.
I would consider them quite unique in their own right. So such examples have something to do with ethnicity, religion, physical challenged individuals, the LGBTQIA plus. Oh my goodness, there are a lot. Like that's why better to put the plus sign, and heck,
Yeah.
even like gang membership is also considered like a group, like the
Really?
minority. Like for example, biker gangs are like
Oh, I didn't even know that.
yes, I mean they are considered a minority, but then again, it's there. So
That's crazy.
it is so crazy. Okay. All right. Now that being said, I do have something in mind to explain my experience that correlates with this theory. So, for those of people who don't know, I've been cosplaying since 2014. So like 8 or 9 years by now. But like
Damn.
yeah, it's been that long. But like a few years ago, I met a cosplay group called Spider-Verse PH, like PH, like Philippines here. Of
Mhm.
which eventually I became a member, like as I interact with the group more. So oh yeah, the name, fun fact, is named after the Spider-Man comic series of the same name. So, as the name implies, members get to wear different variations of Spider-Man costumes, be it from
Oh,
comics,
because the Spider Verse. Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Spider-Verse, like comics, films, cartoons, games, you name it. Like also like if you dress up that they are also welcome with that. So, s-
Mm.
so most importantly, like the group is united by the admiration of Spider-Man. Despite the struggles he faced, he's still a good man at heart. Uh, like he tries his best to do the right thing. It's like balancing his stuff as being Peter and Spider-Man. Yeah, it's difficult life
Flying
for
off
him.
of buildings and shit.
Yeah, so it is quite hard. Also I do get benefits from this group too. Like actually the first time that I met my associate who makes my suits. It's like I get discounts from him, and it's like oh so good. Like
Oh, that's a
yeah,
good benefit.
yeah, it's a nice benefit, and also we get to do like the obligatory memes of the pointing fingers, and also
Yeah.
yeah, and also we have like group photos, and like unfortunately like since like Spider-Man No Way Home, probably it's not gonna come out in theaters. So usually we have a gathering
Mhm.
with that. Yeah,
Oh. Are
and
there any plans to make it online?
uh, I think so, but I'm not so sure. Our higher ups, the boss is like it's up to them though. But usually like
Ah,
we
okay.
promote the film
My
actually.
boss could.
Yeah, on behalf of the like
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah like
So it's like an organization talaga, no, for my leader
yeah,
and stuff.
but it's
Mm.
non-profit though.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
but
Or like sila nag-i-initiate stuff
yeah,
like that.
kasi like if there's any
Mm.
Spider-Man related stuff, they usually go to us, and we promote.
Ah,
Because
I see.
I
Gets,
actually did a
gets.
promotion like for like Spider-Man uh and in Far From Home. Yeah, yeah, it's so cool. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on.
No, it's fine. It's actually interesting to know this side because I'm a fan of Harry Potter, pero I haven't like gotten that deep into a fandom yet. So it's pretty cool to know these things that you actually have like a leader who'll tell you guys, oh, there's a new Spider-Man merchandise or something, so promote it. Like that's what makes you unique
Yeah,
as a
like
group.
truth be told, I actually found them by accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like
Huh.
it feels like fate.
If it's meant to be, it will be.
I did have a good time
I
with the
don't know
group.
if that even applies, but yes.
Not gonna lie, I did have fun with them.
Well, that's good. An accident that turned into something great,
Yeah,
like me. Sorry.
to the point that I'm like inspired to get a suit just to join with them.
That's actually good. You feel
Yeah, the
in the group.
belonging. It feels great.
Yes. Okay. So shall we move on to the last theory?
Of course. Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. For the last theory, we have standpoint theory. Now, this theory helps explain the significance of standpoint and its revelation of power structures. And it explains why marginalized people offer a less distorted view of the world. That was a mouthful, but yes.
Oh my
And I'd
goodness.
also like to quote something to make it easier to understand.
What is it?
The social groups within which we are located powerfully shape what we experience and know, as well as how we understand and communicate with ourselves, others, and the world. Yes.
Oh, so deep.
Well, a great experience or an example to further elaborate on this is, especially during the current situation that we're in, the global pandemic and whatnot, is seeing people online that saying that, oh, the pandemic is somehow a blessing in disguise for like countless of reasons. They would say like, oh, because I didn't spend that much money compared to in person. Oh, I got to rest more and stay at home, spend time with my family, my friends. Oh, this pandemic, wow. Despite everything, such a blessing. Like, how out of touch can you be to say these things? But can you guess who are the people saying these things though?
Let me guess. Those are like the higher like the middle class and above, right?
Yes, it's usually the middle to upper class, but mostly the upper class people because they are privileged. And because they belong to the higher ranking in societal hierarchy, they don't they don't they don't know what it feels like to not have enough money, to not have to work several jobs and extra hours, not have a choice but to go outside of the house and work just so they can put food on the table and have a roof over their heads and provide for their families. And aside from being out of touch from society and ignorance, you can't really blame them for feeling this way because this is the social group that they belong to. They're
Uh,
in the upper class. So all the experience that they're experiencing is only what upper class people would experience. So they don't know what's happening in the classes below them because like the quote earlier, it powerfully shapes what we experience and know as well as how we understand and communicate with ourselves, others in the world. So that's it. They're just in that bubble of theirs, that privileged bubble. So whatever they know, whatever they feel, how they see the world is solely because of their standpoint, where they are in society. And this also explains why marginalized people offer a less distorted view of the world because uh, they experience more of it, if
I
that
see.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Parang wala nang cut the bullshit na, like
Uh,
they know what the
yeah,
world
that
is.
makes sense. Ah, jeez, this reminds me of a lot of things. Like the one you said, like work several jobs and have no choice, food on the table. My goodness,
Yeah,
my time abroad, like rent, by for thinking about your next meal and like like save money so you can survive. Oh my goodness.
di ba?
Yeah,
Like,
because
oh my god,
like they
to
don't
be so
they
privileged to
yeah
not have to worry about those things.
like they don't understand though. I mean, well, take it for Peter Parker, for example. Peter Parker, for example, like he also have he's like like juggle like adulting like well of course after his teens of course like like
Mm-hmm.
get a job like work multiple jobs
Parang
balance life
sabay-sabay, no?
yeah except for the fact that Spider-Man you know,
Except for the
mas
fact
mahirap
that he has
pa sa
to fight
kanya
crime.
yeah it's to fight crime pa it's like well I mean
I
well
just hope people have a reality check, privilege check, as much as they can,
yeah, yeah
because it just ain't it. Saying that the pandemic is a blessing in disguise is just ain't it.
that well whoever ever say that they're delusional because the economy is going down and like there are a lot of established
Funny for you to say that. I saw a tweet saying that the pandemic is a blessing in disguise for some economies. Like, no,
yeah
please.
like not long ago I went outside for an errand I went to Aguirre Avenue
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's kind of sad to see like oh no the generator oh no uh excuse me for the generator anyways like there are a lot of establishments are down and some places that I like to go are no longer there which is you
Yeah, it's
call
so
that
sad.
blessing in
Oh my god.
disguise like my goodness
Ang daming restaurants. Yung isang shop, this one shop of clothes and like penthouse. This penthouse shop that I loved so much face to face is gone. Like that was my holy grail.
um
Why?
like oh how about the bodega place I'm pretty sure the bodega place that you're talking about is still there one where
For
you got
sure,
the
it's still there
Spider-Man
beside
hoodie
KFC. You'll get it soon. You'll find
you're
one,
so
a
lucky
better
but
one.
well so okay, I think that's pretty much summarize everything. So that was actually a nice theory talk, though. Like we get to share our own insights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like we in these theories you really get to connect with them because now you're thinking, oh, I experienced this. I didn't even know. Stuff like that. You realize that these theories are really happening in our lives,
Like the
which
human
helps
condition,
us.
the one that I keep on mentioning
Yeah.
before. Like again, it's this is a really a give and take thing. Like you don't know what's gonna happen, and whether you like it or not, these things are just gonna happen like to you in one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, it may
It's
suck
just part
or
of society. It
yeah,
is what it is,
it is what it
sadly.
is. So yeah, all right. I think this will conclude our theory talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good talk, good talk.
good talk, good talk. So okay, so oh yeah, before we go, is there anything else you want to say to our listeners right now?
Check your privilege.
uh,
That's all.
or
Check
wait,
your privilege.
better yet, like don't abuse your privileges. You know, don't take it for granted, and just be aware, be woke.
Be woke, but in a good way.
In a good way, of course. You know, like
Wag
best
pa
not to
woke.
be ignorant for so long, and you know, just like try your best and stuff like that. I keep on saying stuff like that, do I?
Yes,
Like, wow, that's
it's
crazy.
fine. Oh,
Uh,
that's crazy. But
okay.
I realized that some people, ignorance really is bliss because some of them, like they say, the powerful only can control the knowledge that they receive. So they can choose not to know about other things to make them feel better.
Yeah,
And
but
I feel like that applies to a lot of people.
yeah, indeed.
So yeah.
So anyway, let's conclude this theory talk. Thank you for listening to our theory talk, and we'll be back in a snap. So take care,
Snap,
everybody.
snap,
Stay safe
snap.
and
I'm
get
sorry.
vaccinated as soon as you can. That's okay.
Yes.
Get vaccinated. So like you won't infect everybody. So
Get that
or
shot.
get that shot. All right. Anyway, bye everybody. Bye. Thank you for listening. Snap, snap,
Bye.
snap.
Thank you.